Hello, good morning. This is Theo Speaks. 10 minutes of truth. It's a pleasure having you on my podcast today. I would like to speak on the topic or what I tag "You are original." I know you must have heard people tell you that, but how do you think about it in a different way? My aim is to make you think about it. Give yourself, after hearing this podcast, give yourself 10 minutes and think about it. Find out some of the truth I'm going to lay to you today and see it peculiarly to your own life and let it be bespoken to you. One of the things I would like to talk about is that no two persons are the same. The Creator created us differently, uniquely, in our own skills, in our own abilities. There is something you can do that nobody else can do the way you do it because of our uniqueness and peculiarity, and we can't do one thing the same way. There's always where our strength lies, and the funny thing is that we look so much on the strengths of others without seeing our own strength. That is where influence comes, where people influence your decision, influence your life. But not knowing that God has created you with that ability for you to influence yourself. I'm not saying people cannot put input into your life. People can do if you give them the opportunity. But they are not in total control of your existence. My aim in the podcast, most podcasts have been given, is how to be self-developed. How to be self-developed. Just like I gave an example of a seed. A maize seed has everything inside. It doesn't need an external addition to it for it to grow. If maize has such potentials to be able to have everything inside for it to grow, that means the man God created has everything inside for it to grow without having an external additive. Sometimes the external things we allow inside of us are the things that hinders our growth. Because if we look at it carefully, we will be able to see the potentials it carries. There was one movie I watched today, Notorious Nick. If you can watch that movie, it's going to really help you. This guy has one hand. It's a true life story. He has one hand, one right hand. His left hand has been amputated as a child. So he has one hand. He became a wrestler. He won the belt through sheer determination. I was shocked at the movie. I almost cried. I said, so human beings can actually make up their mind. When he gave up, there were times he gave up and said that, no, I'm not doing it again. He stopped. Your giving up is at your own risk. Giving up on your dream and giving up on yourself, sometimes giving up on yourself is not necessarily leaving what you're doing. Sometimes giving up on yourself is allowing people make decisions for you. Sometimes giving up on yourself is allowing people influence you and confuse you. You must end this moment. You must end it. There are some things I want you to note. Number one, no fingers in your hands. I said no two people are created the same. Even twins, even identical twins, fraternal twins, they're not created the same. Their fingerprints are different. Everything about them is different. Sometimes when one of them have kidney issues, they can't even donate to themselves. Things about them are totally different. They might not be able to donate to themselves. Yes, it's possible medically. So you can see the uniqueness and the bespokenness of God's creative ability and power upon your life, and you allow that go down the drain because of what people will say. He has put the decision in your mind, put the intuition in your heart, and expect you to carry it out the way he has planned for your life, and you are waiting for somebody else to give you a go ahead. Somebody else to start it first. Have you seen people that have waited for a business? God has put the intuition, start this business. You find that you were not the first to start it innovatively. Now what happened? Another person started a business and you're not the one coming to start it later. But it has been in your heart since. Many things in our lives that we are not innovative about because God has put everything inside of us. How much decisions are we taking based on the input of God upon our lives? Are we just living our lives with looking at people's faces? You have been looking at people's faces for the past 40 years of your life. You've not achieved anything. You're waiting for someone to mark you good, for people to smile at you and give you an affirmative. Oh, you are doing well. Thank you, thank you. That's what you're waiting for. Must people smile at you? Must people give you affirmative before you know that what you're doing is right? The next thing I want to also talk about is don't always believe that anyone is better than you. Even if in the same field people are, they are good, fine. Oh, brother, I love your career. I love what is happening in your life. You're so good, intelligent, and this. Please, can you show me some few things? If he allows to show you, better you work with that. If he says no, you move ahead. I'm not saying for you to be selfish and self-centered and be an island. No. What I'm saying is believe so much in yourself. People, this world has turned out to be, especially Africa, be the way it is today because of attack on selves. Many people cannot do anything. In fact, the government made it so worse that they cannot put their input into our lives if we are not connected, if we are not this and that. So many demonic and witchcraft approach towards things. A boss will see a subordinate making it. That's what's really happening. What's going on with you? Your job is not affected. Nothing is affected about you. But you Africa here, we don't like to see success. And it should not affect you, my viewer. You hearing me? It should not affect you. Be yourself. Be proud of yourself. Be bold about yourself. Don't leave a particular mindset. People having a mindset about, correct it. If anybody has a particular mindset about you, blah, blah, correct that mindset. Don't allow it go. You say, no, you correct the mindset. Always learn to know that you should believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. The next thing I want to point out is that don't always believe that you are always wrong. Are you sure this I'm doing is correct? Okay, fine, you've thought over it for almost 6 months now. What error have you considered? Nothing, but you are still afraid because you've not told your friend and you think that his approval matters so much and you think that somebody else's approval somewhere matters so much. I'm not saying you shouldn't get suggestions from people, but don't hinder your life. Don't base your life on that. Many of us have based our greatness on that in a way that we'll go and tell them they have the means to do it. They will not go and do it in your back. That's what you are waiting for. They're not going to do it in your back. That's why I know life is a risk, but always know who you talk to. Weigh the heart of the person before you weigh his opinion. Weigh the personality of the person before you weigh what he's about to say. Weigh the character of the person before you take his advice. Then, number 13, don't believe that what you are is said about you is correct. What someone says about you is correct. Don't always believe it. That's why you need to believe in yourself. Don't believe in what people say about you is correct. Always learn to know that you can be right and 10 people can be wrong. It's very important. You understand? That's what I want you to have, that courage. Summon that courage and build your life. And build your life by yourself. Do you understand? Don't live at the mercy of anybody, suspending your whole life because of someone. Don't live at the mercy of anybody. Everybody has his own role to play, and when their roles are over, you move on. Don't suspend your life because somebody else's is not in accordance or agreement to it. No. Your happiness comes first. That's what you should know. Comes first. Then you need to understand that if you check animals, when a place is not so conducive for them, what do? They migrate. It's only man that sticks and kills himself and murders himself in a place that may not be suited. So, you see animals, they migrate. We must also learn how to sense poisonous relationships from those that has positive vibes to give. Sense it. It's your decision, it's your prowess. You are the CEO of your life. Once you take that decision, you start living out your uniqueness. Please, as you're through with this, think over what I'm saying, pray about it and ask God, and God is going to help you. This is 10 Minutes of Truth with Tiogo. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tio Speaks. God bless you.